This is the news app. We start with a top story of the day. Can change. We start with a top story. Then as I move horizontally, it will depend upon the topics and sections that I have selected, what's going to show up on my screen. Now in this case, let's take this first article, Hand of Superhero, and I'll show you some things that you can do with it that customize it for your reading. So you'll see that the font is on somewhat of an average size, and it is also sans serif. It doesn't have the little curly cues. If I sweep up from the bottom, I bring up the options for this particular app, and I can change the text style. So now I have a serif font. I can change the text size. I might want it a little bit larger for my comfort. And then using the next article button, I can just move through the articles that are in that particular section. Or if I tap the arrow key in the top left corner, it will take me back to the home page for the app. And then I can make some decisions about what kind of content I have in here. So I can tap Customize My News, and this will help me find out what I want to see on my home screen. I can pick specific topics, sources, or categories. So I might say, all right, I don't want crime and I don't want offbeat news, but I do want to add a variety of sources. So let me go to sources and let me see. I teach a language, so I might want to go to, I already have Deutschland. How about if I look for some French, and that's now added to my home screen. I might want to take a look at politics. So maybe I teach an AP Gov class, and I want to make sure that I have a variety of sources. So I'm going to pick ABC News, Fox News. Let's see if I can, we'll put on Politico and Real Clear Politics. So now I have a variety of sources for my news. I'm going to tap that arrow in the top left corner, and I'm also going to manage my topics. So if I go into topics, and I might have educational technology as something that I want to follow. So let's put in educational technology, make sure we select that, and that will be one of the topics that I'm looking for. I can rearrange the order of things on my screen. So now educational technology comes a little further up, and I'm all set, ready to go. So if I go back to my home screen now, it's going to rearrange itself. And besides my top stories, now as I scroll, after Deutschland, I now have educational technology has been added, and France has been added, and you'll see that my sources are there also. So I have ABC News, Fox News, Politico, again, a variety of sources. Now I might find a particular article and I want to take a look at it. And as we noted before, by sweeping from the bottom, as we mentioned before, if we sweep from the bottom, we can customize the way it's viewed. However, this article actually is actually from the browser. So instead of customizing it in the app, you have to tap View in Browser. It all depends on the source, whether or not you can make certain changes. However, what you can do is use your share charm. If I sweep from the right and tap Share, it asks where would you like to share it, and it's going to depend upon the apps that you have installed on your computer. I'm going to share it to Reading List. Now you'll notice that my screen is split while it opens up Reading List, and I'm going to add this to my reading list. Now that means I can come back later, I can take a look at the article outside of the news app, because let's face it, these are current events and they may not be easily available tomorrow when I come back to look at it. So if I go back to my home screen now and go to my reading list, the article that I just put there is available to me, and I can tap it. It's going to split my screen. So the articles that are in my reading list are on the left-hand side. The article that I'm reading is in the Internet Explorer browser. I can select different articles from I can resize my reading list and the article on the right-hand side, or I can sweep from the left and return to the news app itself where I originally found the article.